I was gifted this $1,500 coat by a good friend of mine who I have a funny story about. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars, and yet there's times where I only lost $50 and it hurt me a million times worse, and it's not even close. Before I decided to make this video, I was going to go see a friend. And I thought about this friend in a previous time I visited him. I did a Google search on him, and I found this story about how he lost $500,000. So when I met up with him, I asked him about it, and he told me the story. And it was a bit of a funny story in hindsight because it was a bit of a serious situation. And I was laughing at him. Ha! You lost $500,000, you dummy. And I started telling him how I lost $2,500, and I felt so much better because I only lost $2,500 and he lost $500,000, and he's such a dummy. And I just teased him because he's a good friend of mine and a bit of a mentor. But on my way home, I thought about it more seriously, and I realized and understood that me losing my $2,500 hurt me more than him losing his $500,000. And then I peeled it back a bit further, and it got even more painful because I realized, and this is where the lesson is, the times where I lost $50 hurt me more than him losing that $500,000. The times where I lost my $50, this has happened multiple times, I was choosing between food, haircuts, and investing in my business. And because I'm crazy and I believe in myself delusionally to a fault at times, I believed in myself. I took that $50 and I invested it in my business. I didn't do a gambling or anything dumb. I had a business at the time. I was reselling things on eBay, and I invested all my $50. And I lost it all. It's gone. $0. So I'd be pacing back and forth in the house because that's something that I do. And I have a habit of, for some reason, opening the fridge. And I would open the fridge and I would look in there and there'd be no food. And after the 5th, 6th, 7th time of opening the fridge, realizing the food wasn't magically going to appear, my resolve was to have sleep for dinner. So I went to sleep. And even though I went to bed hungry on my air mattress and the mice were crawling on me and there was crazy other people living in the house with me and all kinds of crazy things were going on, it was 100 degrees in the house, or it was 20 degrees. There was no AC, no heat, whatever. I don't regret those decisions, not one bit. In fact, those were the single best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. They developed my character. They taught me the difference between money and value. It taught me the importance of investing in yourself. Of course, I learned this in hindsight because at the time I was just upset. I was hungry. I was struggling. But I noticed a pattern. Every single time before I had a period of growth, I had to lose more money than I lost the last time. One moment, please. I was rudely interrupted in my video, but I had to lose more money than I lost the last time. And it had to hurt just a little bit more. I'm not saying everything's about money, and I'm not saying everything's not about money. Yet, every single time I've risked and put myself on the line to fight for my dreams, fight for who I am, fight for what I believe in, against all odds, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, it would always work out. And that is the secret ingredient, the hustle sauce. I'm not going to lie to you, the business side of me tells me to flip that coat and make that 15 on it. But the evolved version of myself understands that there's value of things beyond money. And I think I'll get more value out of that coat just by keeping it and wearing it around the right kind of people and appreciating it as a gift and not making everything about money and not flipping that quick 1500. Yeah, that 1500 would be nice if I flipped that thing real quick. But the value of having that coat, receiving it as a gift, appreciating it, wearing it around the right people, wearing it around people that will appreciate it, will infinitely be more worth more than the $1,500 I get.